Hello Aquarius, welcome to your February 2018 reading. This is a general reading for Aquarians for February 2018. If you would like to have a personalized reading which is going to be much more relevant to you, then you can book in for a private reading by following the link below to my webpage and booking a reading from there, thereby getting a personalized reading specifically for you. Thank you for liking, subscribing, sharing and commenting on my channel. It's been great connecting also with all of you that have booked in for a private reading, and it's been great for me to connect with my subscribers. So thank you for that. Okay, let's get on with your reading, Aquarius. Happy birthday. It is your birthday month, so I wish you many, many happy returns. This is your the start of your birthday year, so I wish you a prosperous, happy and healthy birthday year. Let's get on with your reading and see how you're faring so early on in 2018. So the first card that I've drawn for you is the Hierophant, or, you know, can be faith, can be in some tarots. What I get from this, which signifies you and what's going on around you, it's you've been through a lot. There's been a lot of things happening that are causing you to reflect, to look deeper into issues, to look deeper into the meaning of why you're here, your purpose, what you're wanting to achieve. There's got to be more to life than what has been presented. And so you've gone on this journey to really a journey of self-discovery and a journey of what are your beliefs, what are your values, what do you believe in on a spiritual level, on a daily level, and how is that being reflected in your external life, in what's going on around you. So I feel like you're going through a period in February, where you are really looking at where you're headed. Going beneath the surface is what I'm wanting to say. You're going beneath the surface here and really using all your past experiences, all the knowledge you've gained, everything you've learned from the lessons that you've had put across your path, putting them all together and weighing it out and creating the person that you are through this journey that you've gone through. And it has been, it has had its ups and downs, but it's almost like in February you're going to be given the key. Things are going to become clearer. You're going to have a real sense of you've got the answers. You know where you're headed. You know what decisions and choices you're making and where you're headed with that. And, you know, good news, you know, the road has, the lessons of the road has gone, your path has gone full cycle. You've come back up. So you've gone through all these things and you'll come back to the top. You're back to good times. You know, there's going to be more clarity around you. I feel like there's going to be more clarity around you, around your decision making, knowing what it is you want to do. Where it was a little bit murky, you weren't quite sure what decisions and choices to make, whether they were the right ones. I feel like for some of you there's been a lot of sleepless nights as well, worrying about, you know, where you're headed, what you're doing. It's become clearer for you. It's become through this process that you've gone through. So there is a completion of that part of your life. Okay, a completion in that you've made those decisions and you've made those choices, and you are now ready to move forward. I feel like move forward, but moving forward in a sense, in a way that is going to be good for you, in a way that, you know, rather than pleasing other people, it's about pleasing you and moving forward with what you want to do. And it's this sort of quiet realization of what it is you're doing and where you're heading. So the fewer people you talk to these things about, the better you're going to be, because they're going to be those around you that are wanting to hold you back, those around you that aren't wanting you to make changes, those around you that are wanting to keep the status quo. Because when you're going to start making your own choices, there's going to be a little bit of break in the equilibrium around you, with the people around you, with your family, with your friends, with work. You're not going to be this obliging, compliant person. You really now are going to start making your own choices. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very, very interesting around you. It's I feel like, for me, I feel like there's been quite an emotional time around you in the past. I feel like it has been very emotional. It has been a little bit tumultuous. There's been a lot of tears. There's been a lot of emotional discussions. There has been a lot of stirring of the pot, I feel. You know, this bubbling over of the pot. You know, it's stuff that's not left on the back burner, but it's been brought forward, and it's really being, the lid's been lifted on a lot of things that needed to be clarified, and that's all gone on in the past. I feel like there's been a lot of that in the past. You know, Princess of Cups. It's a nice card, isn't it? Princess of Cups. And what I'm being told, you know, it's funny. I feel like it's what's going on around you. And you're not a water sign, but I feel like you're sort of getting out of your head and getting more in touch with your emotions, or your emotions are being triggered a lot. So a lot of these decisions and completions are on an emotional level for some of you. The things that are being stirred, it's like a lot of these things have been buried for you, and now they're coming to the surface. To be dealt with, to be moved on, because there's a lot of new horizons coming up for you, you know, this is your sign, but it's also new beginnings. It's new beginnings, is there a new intellectual sort of project you've got in mind? Is there a course that you're wanting to take? It's about study, it's about knowledge, it's about using what you've learnt in the past to move forward into new horizons and conquering them. And you do achieve the results that you've been seeking, so that all this sort of uncertainty and emotional turmoil and rocking of the boat, and really having to voice what it is you're after, what it is you want, what it is, defining and finding what it is you want, what you want to achieve as well. That's all been going on, and this month you're going to really see, you're going to be putting your plans into action. You know what you want to do. You've got plans, you've got ideas, you know, even though you may not have voiced it with the people around you, with your family, with your partner, you know what you want to be doing. And this month you're really going to decide it's time to move forward on this. It's time to get these things underway, really move with what's going on and what I want to achieve. You know, it's a strange sort of month. There's emotions, but there's also a lot of intellectual headspace stuff as well. So while the emotions may be triggered, you're still giving things a lot of thought. You're still strategic in what you want to put into place. So that's really interesting for some of you, that is happening around you. What's coming up now is the Empress. And that's a lovely card too. The Empress is really about, and it's interesting because coupled with your Ace of Swords, you've got the Empress. And the Empress is about pregnancies. If you're planning to have a child, it's about new projects, giving birth to new projects, giving birth to a new way of life, giving birth to new ideas, giving birth to a new you. It's about looking at the potentials of situations. It's about new things coming into your life. It's about, you know, that marriage proposal, the bigger commitment in a relationship, the completion of a relationship and deciding you're going to move out, the decision to have a child, a pregnancy, a new business that you want to get underway and move. Now's the time to do it. Okay, this is the card of fertility, giving fertility to ideas, to projects, rebirthing of you, a new birth for you, new beginnings for you. So it's a really, really good card for anything that you want to put in motion, anything you want to get moving on. I think that's an excellent card. You know, and so when we look at what's going on ahead for you for the future, you know, you've got there are going to be endings around you. There are going to be endings around you. I feel like those endings, some of those endings, you know, for some of you, it's going to be an ending to how you have been in the past. I feel this is what I'm hearing. It's you're no longer going to be the person that you were. This is a new you, and you're going to do things differently. You're going to want things to be happening in a different way. It's about no longer being the person that you were, ending that and giving birth to something new. Okay, for some of you, it's going to be endings of a relationship or a situation or at work. You know, where you've been working is no longer good enough. You're no longer satisfied with what's going on. It's bringing in an ending to that so that new things can come into your life. It's about deciding not to be treated in the old ways, but that you are wanting to be treated in different ways. It's about an ending in a relationship to move on because it's no longer working for you, and so you need to have to bring in newness. So you need to end whatever is going on. So it's really about a stock take. It's a stock take of what's going on in your life and what no longer fits. Because I feel like a lot of you have been carrying this added weight of things, baggage, things that you've brought with you that no longer fit in this life that you are going to create or give birth to. You've been carrying these things maybe for other people, because of a situation that you're in and there was no choice in it, but now you have made choices about that situation, and so you can offload a whole lot of baggage that you've been carrying as well. It could be at work. You know, if you have been doing two people's jobs, for example, you know, you've been doing the workload of two people, and you've spoken up and they're saying, this is no longer working for me. Somebody else needs to be employed. Somebody else needs to carry that load because I'm not carrying it anymore. It could be about that. It could be about it's ending of a situation. It's ending of a situation that no longer fits. It could be, for some of you, I feel like it's an ending of where you're living. I don't want to live here anymore. I've had it. I want a change. I want a tree change. I want a sea change. I just want to change. I want to change in where I am and what my lifestyle's like. That's got to change. And so it's going to mean different things for different people, but nonetheless, it's going to be a clearing out of things that are no longer relevant, are no longer useful to you in 2018. And that's really good, because your next card, so the more thorough you are about cleaning out the old, cleaning out what's no longer relevant to you, the more room you're going to make for all the successes to come in. And success to me is anything that you've got planned, your goals, your dreams, your plans, a business, a relationship, a move, a house move, a job move, a promotion, anything that you want to go for, then the sky's the limit. And so make sure you clear away what's no longer relevant. And that is even defining it in your own head. define it in your own head so that you're clear about what you want and what you don't want. And that then makes room for your goals and your dreams to really take off and be successful, work, bring in the abundance, bring in what you're hoping that the change will bring in for you. That's really, really, really good. You know, it is a period of adjustment for you. This is judgment. This is the scales. This is, you know, and it's really what's going on here with the Death card and the card of success. It's about weighing out, what are you getting rid of, what's coming in. So let's balance the scales. Let's balance the scales. This is the karmic card. It's the karmic card. It's what's going to happen is going to happen. So you can choose to plan these things that you want to change in your life, or the universe is going to come in, and this is where you see the Tower often in the tarot, where that's external forces coming in and bringing those changes around you, and dragging you, screaming and not wanting the changes, but those changes are going to happen. If you embrace them and you cut it off at the pass and you introduce those changes, you also develop strength of character. You also develop strength of will, and those changes are done with ease and grace, and it's going to be a better process. So the scales are really about the review, the balancing out of what's in your life. What's working, what's not working, what am I keeping, what am I not keeping. So it's going to be a real stock take sort of month for you, to allow the good things to come in, because there are a lot of good things coming in. There are a lot of good things coming in for you. Your final card is the Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands can be male or female, generally a younger person. It's Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo, or Leo, so it could be a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. It could be a child, could be a younger person that's around you, that is very, or it could just generally be, so, you know, I don't necessarily feel like they can also be older, but it's someone that is used to taking charge. It's someone that's used to taking control of events. For some of you, it's if it's a child, one of your children, they're going to be used to getting their own way, and they're going to really fight you on something. They're going to want to do something themselves the way they want to do it. Even in your wisdom, you can see that there's going to be trouble up ahead. They've really taken this and they're going to go with it. Choose your battles, because they're going to be very, very determined to do things the way they want to do it, and possibly there's a lesson there for them. Let them, you know, go ahead with it, and then they will learn through their mistakes or what they've done if you don't agree with what they're intending to do. It also can be someone in your life that is used to taking charge, is used to controlling the situation, is used to having things their own way. So just be mindful of that, because you're going to need to be very strong-willed. If you're trying to bring these changes in, you might meet with some resistance, because there's someone there that's quite strong, that wants things done the way they want them done. Quite fiery, quite strong, used to steering this and having it their own way. But I feel like having it their own way at your expense. So you need to be strong with that. For some of you. For some of you, it's about you finding the fire in your belly. So if you're starting up a new business or going for a promotion, it's about you really taking leadership, taking charge, and really putting your case forward. If it's your own business, I feel like for some of you there's some new plan or extension of your business that you're going to hatch, that you're going to put in place, and people are going to look to you for advice, look to you for help, look to you for that assistance in implementing that, in bringing in new clients, or in launching a new product. There's something and it's going to be very successful, because there's a lot of strength there behind you, and there's a lot of force behind you moving you forward through this. So there is a lot of change coming in here for you, Aquarius, this month, but it's good. It's good change. I like it. It's all moving forward. So it is all moving forward, always. And you're using your wisdom and what you've learned from the past, because it has been quite an emotional, rocky road for some of you, most of you, I would say. And you bringing that with you, that has brought you, that journey has brought you here, so that you can define what it is you want. It's almost like, and it takes a while for Aquarians to feel like this, but I've had an absolute enough. I've had enough of this situation, and changes need to happen. And so take that control and take it where you want it to go, where it's going to suit you. Always be mindful of people around you, but ultimately it's got to suit you and what road you're journeying on. But quite an action-packed month for you. I'm going to take out another card for you and see what the overall energy is for you for this month. But I feel like it's quite a sunny, quite a positive, pretty dynamic energy. You can choose to ignore it. In that sense, then the energy just moves on. If you've got things you want to do, great month to be doing them. Great month to be doing them. It says take a divinely guided chance, which is very appropriate. It's very appropriate. Let me read that for you and get my glasses. So, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you're ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. And that is exactly what your reading really has been about. So this is summarizing it very, very well. Have the courage to take the chance and make those changes. Have the courage to bring those changes in, because it will bring in newness, it will bring in abundance, it will bring in positive change for you. So that's really excellent. I'm really happy about that. I hope you have a very happy birthday and have a very happy February, busy February. So enjoy that, really bring that change in.